So there's one more problem I want you to add to the bottom of these word problems for your 6E notes that you have. So you've just watched a video that talked about exponential growth and decay for different situations, talking about prices, just talking about different life expectancies and things. I also want you to include an example of compound interest, and the interest that we're talking about here is annual compound interest, and I'll zoom in on what I need you to write underneath that third problem that you just did in your video. So your annual compound interest, this is how much interest you're paying, and it'll actually tell you your final amount that you're going to have to pay. How much would you, yeah. So with interest, a lot of times when you have money in the bank, you get paid compound interest on that money, or if you invest money, you'll get paid compound interest on that. And what it is the amount that you have is the principal, which is how much money you're putting into the account. And then in parentheses, it's the quantity 1 plus the rate, but you always want to make sure your rate is a decimal. And then you raise that to the time. Okay, and it's very similar to the other equations you just did for those first three problems. So it's some number on the outside, it's 1 plus the rate on the inside, and then it's to the time. The exponent here is the time. Okay, so we're going to use that equation. If you just want to type out this problem, I'll zoom in on it. So let's pretend that you invested $600 in an account that earns 8% compounded annual interest. How much are you going to have after 5 years? So in this account that you're investing in, you're starting off by investing $600. After 5 years, if you earn 8% compounded annually, your interest is compounded annually, I'm asking how much money are you going to have after 5 years? Okay, so go and write that in. Take a second, write it in. And then let's go ahead and solve it. So let's start with our equation we're using here. So the amount of money you're going to have after however much time it's telling you is the principal, which is how much you put into the account, times the quantity 1 plus the rate, all to the t, all to however long you have your money in that account for. Keeps moving on me. All right. So our A equals, our principal is $600. That's how much money you're putting into your account. We have 1 plus the rate. We have to turn the rate to a decimal. So it's 0.08. And then it's to the time, which is 5, because we're doing this for 5 years. Okay. Now we just take this and we type it into our calculator. So 600, the quantity, you have to put parentheses here, 1 plus 0.08, close your parentheses, and then put to the 5th. So it's 600, parenthesis, 1 plus 0.08, close your parentheses, and then just push this A to B button to get your exponent if you haven't figured that one out, and then put your 5. And then the answer that you have right now, it's probably going to be a crazy number every time you do this, but we just want to round it like money. So it's 881.596. If it's money, you're allowed to have 2 numbers behind the decimal, so you can have the 5 and the 9, but the 6 tells the 9 to go up, so the 5 is now a 6. So 881.60, $881.60. And I'll write the whole thing, 881.596. I'll put the whole thing here just to reiterate how I did the rounding. Okay, so 881. The 6 tells the 9 to go up. If the 9 goes up, then the 5 actually goes up. So 60 cents. All right, so what this means is you started with $600 invested in this account. You started with $600, but then after 5 years, you now have $881.60. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and watch your next video, which is over graphing these exponential functions, and then you'll have your study guide today. Let me know if you have any questions.